Cenat's Mafiathon 3 isn't living up to expectations. Now, I reacted to a video of this sorts saying like the streaming era, like the IRL streams of fatigue. And I was saying it's getting oversaturated, it's getting boring. People are doing the same stuff. And it looks like people are starting not to tune into Kai as much as they once did. Because it's the same thing over and over again. You know what I mean? Especially with the Mafiathons. Now look, it says Mafiathon is getting so boring. That's crazy. So we about to hop on into this, man. But before we get into the content, be sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, man. We are on the road to 7K subscribers. And I can't 7K if y'all don't subscribe. Makes sense, right? Follow me on my social medias, man. Everything's in the description down below. You know what I'm saying? TikTok, we lit everywhere. We everywhere. And without further ado, man, let's hop on to this video, man. Let's go.
I ain't gonna lie, the Mafiathon thing that Kai doing right now, that's boring as and y'all be saying DDG is boring. DDG is not boring. Kai is boring as
Mafiathon 3 is not giving what I needed to give. Like, I don't want to watch Kai be a celebrity.
See, like, as time goes on, trends start to fade every time. Nothing lasts forever. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying Kai's done for because he's way too big to be done for, but just the content is starting to get boring and, you know, monotonous. The same thing. You know what I mean? How many years can you do the same thing, you know?
I want to watch Kai be Kai.
I'm gonna be honest, I feel like the reason Mafiathon or Kai's Cenat little stream is not going off how it should is because streaming is becoming oversaturated. And it's like, it's not entertaining no more. That's why I don't watch no streamers, because it's like, why would
I'm not even gonna lie, I've never literally sat down and watched the IRL stream. Like, I only see clip farming. Am I lying? I only seen clip farming when it comes to streaming. Like, I never sat down and watched the full stream anywhere. You know what I mean? So it's like, bro, I've never even got the appeal of that. You know what I mean? Like, I can't sit down and watch a stream, like, for long. You know what I mean? Especially an IRL stream when nothing's really going on. You're just walking around, or, you know, Kai's doing his thing. And having the celebrity, like I said, having the celebrities on there is cool and stuff like that. But it just gets to a point where, you know, the Mafiathons and stuff like that just gets boring. And it's just, you know, the same people. We used to seeing nobody new, nobody fresh. I think a new person needs to come on the scene now and pop off. And you could be looking at him right here. Nah, let me stop. But yeah, bro. I think that's what it is, bro. It's the same things. I feel like somebody new gotta come on the scene, bro.
On my phone or TV or whatever, watching a regular person, regular human being for 24 hours.
For the most part, you can tell who's the genuine guest, like Marlon, Ray J, etc. But for the rest of them, no. They all up there trying to promote what they got going on, bro. Kai, get the guests out of here. They're trying to promote.
Cenat is looking to do the impossible in this year's version of Mafiathon, his take on what a subathon is. And on the way, people have been very critical about the stuff that's being placed onto screen for them to view. Now, there's a growing sentiment that the streaming bubble is going to burst. We've covered it on this channel before. And that does mean that Cenat may be susceptible to some of the same things that we claimed other streamers are going through in 2025. There's conversations about lack of energy from the Clover Boys, that the celebrities are on the stream and they aren't doing a darn thing, that begging for subs is not necessarily the route to go, and that overall there's just a general fatigue of these big overproduced streams.
I've seen no good clips of the Mafiathon, and it's actually like I've seen maybe like the Jonas Brothers, cool, Mono Wayne, cool, but like other clips, it's just straight chaos, straight yelling at each other, straight crashing out, Kai being upset about the outcome of everything. Like I just keep seeing little clips of like crash outs, them just yelling at each other for no reason, Kai being upset, aggravated, and his energy is just not the same as the other.
And I just think that it's just not interesting no more. Like, people are starting to grow tired of it, you know? Starting to grow tired of it. It's, like I said, it's monotonous. It's the same thing over and over again. You know what I mean? It's nothing new happening. You're giving people the same thing, but the thing is, it peaked. Streaming, we're in an era now that everyone want to be a streamer, do the IRL streams, but it peaked, bro. It's oversaturated. And it's at its peak. It's not going to get any bigger than what it is now. It's really not. I'm not even gonna lie, it's not gonna get any bigger than what it is right now in this moment. So yeah, streaming is definitely peaking. I've been said this. I said this like at the beginning of this year. Like, in the beginning of this year, I was like, yo, these streams, bro, it's like, it's the same thing, bro. The only person that really does, like, something that I like for real, like, that's cool, that I don't think will ever get old, is the Platboy Max, him making songs on stream. That's fire. That's changing the game. I'm not gonna lie. But the IRL stuff, like walking around outside with the freaky girls showing their body and stuff. Bro, everybody does that same thing. Y'all might as well just do OnlyFans, bro. Because it's like, bro, like, nobody wants to see that, bro. All the freaking time. We desensitized to it at this point. Numb to it.
Like his energy is just gonna like wrap this shit up right now.
Let's take a look at some of the people's complaints and see if we can find out if Mafiathon 3 is a failure and if this is an indication as to what is going on in the WL black side of streaming going forward into the future. I think one of the main problems that people are having in this conversation is that they were so ramped up off of the high of Kai's past streams, and they're using that as a comparison tool for what's to come into the future. I'm a numbers man, and when I pull up the charts, it seems as though Kai is either on pace or even outpacing his past streams over the last few years, like comparing it to Mafiathon 2. So if the numbers are there, it has to be something greater. Maybe it's a quality problem. Maybe that's what people are saying.
Now, I don't be in your streams 24/7. Nowhere do I really even be in them bitches. I just be seeing clips, but everybody saying your shit look the same is because of the clips. Kai's not mad at Reggie. Rakai did something crazy. It's the same shit over and over.
When it comes to the quality of the stream, there's been an ongoing conversation about who Kai has featured on his streams. There's two separate paths to go into this conversation. One, there is a guest issue. Everybody's starting to understand that Kai Cenat is a big name, big face in all of social media, all of mainstream media, all of these communities. And to be honest with you, he is a perfect place and space for you to get an ad off, whether it's music, whether it's a movie that you're working on.
Like now that people bring that up, I really do feel like people just come to Kai to promote whatever they got going on now. Like, maybe some people's genuine, like the few names that he said, but most people are just, either, want to promote what business they got going on, or just want to be back in the limelight. They've been at the limelight for a while and they want to get back on. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what most people, especially the older people too, yeah, they want to get back in the limelight. They want to get back in the limelight, bro. I think that's what it is. It's the reality of the situation because he's a big name. So yeah, most of these people just use Kai for real. It's kind of crazy if you think about it. It's insane.
Production or project that you have going on, it is a great.
Now, I'm not saying that that's the case for everybody, but that's just something to think about. You know what I mean? Some people definitely have that mindset.
To go to, get a lot of views, and ultimately promote your brand. But that kind of takes away from what people thought was the genuineness of the guest.
This Mafiathon ain't really hitting. It feels like the last Mafiathon, but a remix. The first one, yeah, they had celebrities come in, but now it feels like everybody's coming in for like a promo run. Like it's people that like, they come and then they drop something like right when they show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand people got things to sell, but it feels like they're coming on Kai's stream to literally just sell something, and that's kind of alarming to me. I'm not jacking.
Like, they don't want to be a part of the stream. They just want the, all these, people, to see what they got going on. They don't want to be a part of Kai's stream for real. They just want to promote what they got going on, get their money and dip. It's crazy. They're using them, bro. He's being used. He's being used, bro. They don't think that, but like, this is a great opportunity. This is promo. This literally is a promo run. Like he said, it's a promo run.
It feels like they're just using him.
Now, Kai has become the person that you kind of have to come and sit down with if you want to enter the streaming world, if you kind of want to get lit, if you want people to see your face, if you got a project going on. And I feel like it's kind of translating, especially because a lot of the people that are showing up are only there for maybe 30 to 45 minutes at a time.
Now, there are times in which the blend can be made and it actually fit pretty well. Like when Marlon Wayans came on, it was a very funny and interactive moment. One that I think a lot of people like the clips from. But he was also putting out some sort of project. It kind of made sense. He had a project, he's funny, they had a genuine blend and bond, and it went together. Then there seems to be sometimes where there's a random celebrity that comes on and really they just have no purpose to be in there, but Kai just genuinely finds them funny, or the space is kind of funny, kind of like Ray J or whatever. And this is very foundational for streaming and content creation. Content creation and streaming and YouTube videos, Instagram, all that stuff is supposed to be this genuine and authentic conversation between people. You know, it almost feels
definitely genuine. Like, the reason why you're watching this video right now is because you genuinely want to see my reaction to stuff. And I appreciate that. It's genuine, it's organic, you know what I'm saying? It's not forced. You feel me? A lot of these interactions on these streams are forced, especially when it comes to the celebrities. It looks fake. It doesn't look organic at all, for real. It looks like there's a script there. You know what I mean? It looks fake, you know? It don't look organic. It look like people genuinely don't want to be there unless they're selling something. And that's crazy. Never in my, like, each time that Kai had a celebrity on, there's not one that didn't have, you know, a project, upcoming project, anything that they wanted to sell or something, business that they wanted to, you know, promote. You feel me? That's just the reality of the situation, y'all.
like there's this community going on, that parasocial effect. It doesn't seem like this overproduced, pay-to-win type of program like major network news, television shows, etc., etc. So I think a lot of people have problems when fourth walls are being broken down or when it lacks a little bit of authenticity in that regard, like when you go on the Jennifer Hudson show or whatever the case may be. Now, I get why somebody would do it, but it takes away from, you know, being in a room, taking the hot chip challenge, and I feel like I'm connecting with you because you're doing it too. I think another big problem that people are observing is not just the celebrities that are on the stream, but his friend group that is on the stream. I saw a note about there being a lack of A&P, which I understand that they have a lot of stuff going on. That's one of his groups, but he does have the Clover Boys. But, and we've covered it before, this iteration of
I'm not gonna lie, they barely even be together anymore, A&P. He be with Rakai and them more now, and Talil. That's actually great. I definitely noticed that. Wow. Like, he be with them sometimes, but he's mostly with the Rakai and the Talils now, and the Dez. He be with them like all the time now.
Boy seems a little bit different. It just, I don't know. It's just a lot going on.
90% of the time, it feels like Kai's babysitting his friends. A little odd. Group of people, but they all can't get their act together. Somebody's either fighting, somebody's crashing out, somebody's beefing.
I feel like at this point, Kai should just like kick them out because you spoke to Ray how many times? Everybody else want to sleep. Everybody else want to get high. Reggie got a health issue. Just send them all home.
Now, I've covered the Clover Boys before in a previous video, and there's been a couple incidents that have definitely had people scratching their head. You know, the fight that they went on with the whole Dez and Rakai situation where Dez literally dropped a slur, almost getting Cenat clapped off of a platform. And then their sudden addiction to weed that's just taking over their whole lives. But now today there's a new thing. There's a lack of energy in the vicinity that the Clover Boys are in, and it's even being noticed by Cenat himself.
If you don't want to do it, Ray, if you dead ass don't want to do it and you don't want to, and you want to sleep, then go sleep. I'm gonna go find somebody else. I'm gonna just find people that want to do it. That's what I'm gonna do. If that's what you want, if you want.
Wow. Well, I didn't even see this clip. Cenat is kicking Ray off a marathon doing no effort and sleeping all the time. That's crazy.
You want to sleep because that's how you moving. You feel me? And I'm not gonna say no has no hard feelings. But if that's what you want to do, that can be it.
Only thing wrong with Kai's Mafiathon 3 is the fact that everybody is not like engaged. But I just feel like throughout the whole thing, you feel me, with Mafiathon 2, everybody did everything. So like with every segment, everybody was there. I feel like this one, like obviously Reggie's sick and I guess other people get sleepy, but like when celebrities come, nobody be there. Like
this one can be chalked up to internal issues. Now, I definitely can't solve this, and this is ultimately a very, very big commitment. But everybody should know what's at stake here. I mentioned it in the Clover Boys videos, but a lot of their revenue is still tied to Cenat. So if you do have to put up with this for 30 days, albeit an extremely hard task, I think it goes.
That's why the money too. Niggas getting lazy. That's crazy, bro. You put people in position and stuff like that. You put people on. You expect them to have the same work ethic as you. Sometimes it don't work out like that. I'm not gonna lie. Like people, they might have the good work ethic in the beginning, but then, you know, once the money start coming in, people get not discouraged, but people get lazy because they're like, oh, I'm getting paid. I'm getting this money, getting this money. They don't have a passion for it. They don't want to do anything. Like, nah, bro. You gotta love the game no matter how much money you get.
Much under the radar.
No matter how much money you get, never lose sight of your passion at all. Don't lose sight of your passion, because your passion what keeps you going. Your passion is your purpose. You know what I mean? You feel me? You don't want to ever make money make you. The man makes the money. Don't let money make you. The man makes the money.
How hard this is an extremely hard task, but you do have to perform. Otherwise, I don't know, being expelled from this type of community is not very forgiving, to be quite honest with you. We've seen streamers fall off because they did not take things seriously at the time, and it ultimately backfired on them in the long run. Now, one of the elephants in the room to be addressed, and y'all probably might not like my opinion on this, but this conversation about Kai Cenat having Mafiathon 3 really be Begathon 3.
I ain't gonna lie, we could literally go for 500,000 right now.
Steals and deals.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. If they hit 500K right now, sleep outside.
500K right now, we also outside.
Water beds, nigga. 500K. Oh my God, water beds. Water beds.
Bro, Kai is fuck. Yo, just wrap up this subathon now, bro. Nah. He's getting desperate, bro. He's getting desperate. He knows this is the worst subathon ever. I ain't gonna lie. The first subathon, that shit hit different. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yo, Kai, bro, wrap it up, bro. Wrap it up, bro. This is just a begathon at this point, bro.
Yo, nobody's fucking with it. That's crazy, bro. I haven't seen one good clip. Of people saying, yo, this is fire. I like this. No, everybody's comparing it to the last one and saying it's a flop.
Can you do it?
Now, I generally don't like this sentiment, and I investigated where it all originated from. At a certain point in time in the Mafiathon, the timer started to dwindle low. Now, that's something that I've never seen before, and it can also be seen as an indictment as to what's going on with Kai Cenat and the whole Mafiathon experiment this go around. Like, normally, I've never seen a streamer's timer go low and they had to cancel it, but in order to continue for the stream to go on, Kai Cenat had to pull in some tactics, you know, some big brain level tactics in order to get the ball rolling.
I'm matching subs right now. I owe y'all 1,500 out of what? 6,000. We almost there. I gave y'all 10 minutes for subs, and I had to match y'all. Welcome to Steals and Deals.
Wow,
doing it in.
Nah, what? That's crazy. You getting desperate. I've never seen nobody match any subs. Never. What? I mean, that's fire giving back, but you could tell this is like, okay. Now you really getting desperate now. Because what? I've never seen that before. I mean, that's a W though. You know, give back to your community, because at the end of the day, your community is what helps you. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be doing this if you had nobody watching. You feel me? So, but that's just crazy though. I've never seen that before.
4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Oh my God. We are at the final hour of the subathon. Technically not the final hour of the subathon. This ends at day 30 if the timer goes off. If that timer hits 0, I'm repeating to everybody. If that timer hits 0, chat, the stream ends. But if it don't hit 0, it continues. Each sub is 3 seconds, but y'all about to use a power hour, which for a whole entire hour, the seconds of a sub are doubled.
And he's had to introduce those tactics multiple times throughout the stream in order to extend the length of how long the subathon goes, which again, a lot of people would look into and say, yo, this is a testament as to it going down. This feels like he's begging. This feels like et cetera, et cetera. I think that this is just an indictment on streaming culture as a whole. I think the crux of a lot of it is quote unquote begging culture, quote unquote. He's a live entertainer. This goes to a good cause. And ultimately, if you have an issue with just like the general notion of donating to a streamer as a whole, I think that that's perfectly fine. But I wouldn't overall, you know, say that this whole thing is a begathon, because if that theory exists, then isn't every subathon a begathon? I think one of the biggest indictments and criticism that I have, and these are my personal beliefs, the other ones were, you know, those of others, is that there is an authenticity problem when it comes to streaming. And I think that once you veer away from that, especially when it comes to content creation,
you run into missing authenticity. Like, everybody want to be like everybody else. Everybody want to be like Kai, and that's the problem. Be yourself. You know what I mean? That's the problem, and I think that's the problem in every aspect of entertainment nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the music, everybody want to be like everybody else. Like, remember how back in the day, like, every rapper was different. Every rapper sounded different. Everybody had their own sound. Now it's like people they're saying the same things in songs. People sound the same, that's coming up, you know what I'm saying? Rapping about the same stuff. You feel me? Everybody want to be like everybody else. Everybody's different. That's what's happening in the streaming world too. Like, crazy, bro. Everything used to fucking same, bro. Everything used to be different. Everybody used to be different from everybody else. Be different. Stop trying to be like somebody else.
Issue where people are not feeling connected with the content creator anymore, which is the reason why they consumed you. It's the reason why they cut the cords. It's the reason why they turned off cable TV, is because everything felt inauthentic, overproduced. It felt like a television show. It was ultimately a big place for ads just to be. But the closer and closer you move to that as a content creator, you start to lose that audience that did ultimately gravitate towards that.
That felt like a big sleepover with him and all of AMP, right? You'd always see Duke getting full, Phantom doing his Phantom text every time. I like putting his streams in the background as I work. And those streams kind of reminded me of just the times when I would have sleepovers with my friends. Just do stupid shit back when I was his age, right? So I just feel like those are just some fun times.
Now, would I say is an overall Mafiathon 3 is a failure? No. To be quite honest with you, Cenat is still going and is still on pace to do 1 million subs or whatever his ultimate goal is. It could be plus, viewership, plus followership, plus all these different things. He's on pace to do all those things. And to be honest with you, one way or not, he's gonna get it. I think that people can recognize and probably should be okay with the fact that they might have grown out of some sort of content, and maybe that's not.
I think too. Also, people are starting to grow out of it. People are not like excited for as it once was. It could be that his audience may be getting a little older. People. As time goes on, every aspect of entertainment, people are gonna want something different over time. You know what I'm saying? Especially as this decade progresses, there has to be new things going on, you know what I'm saying? Something new trends, and that happens over time, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be something new by the end of this decade. Like, we in 2025 going to 2026. By like 2028, 2029, we're gonna see something totally new. Like, for real. Like, I'm not gonna say that Cenat not gonna be around. I'm not gonna say anything like that. But I think we're gonna see something new and revolutionary. Now, I don't know what it is. It could be in my head, but I just think something new is bound to happen, bro, because something gotta give,
But to do the whole like sweeping indictment thing, that's where I kind of probably draw the line. Because for the most part, I feel like this is just a higher produced version of the previous ones, which is ultimately the end goal. I think that a lot of content creators start doing content for a couple different reasons, but probably one of the main ones is that they saw something on a big screen and want to replicate it for themselves. And with the capital and ability through brands and sponsorships, if Kai can pull that off, if Duke can pull that off, if I can pull that off, if any content creator can pull that off, they're most likely going to pull that trigger. But do I think that this means that Cenat and streaming as a whole is void of criticism? Absolutely not. I think we have set a dangerous precedent, and this is probably the peak and the pinnacle of what.
Like, just because you got the best cameras and the best production, that doesn't mean the people that's doing the content is good content. You know what I mean? It could still be boring. No matter how clear cameras are, the way it's produced and everything, it could still be boring. You know what I mean? So don't let that get misconstrued by any means of the imagination. Make sure your quality is good, but make sure the content is good as well, because that's, at the end of the day, that is what people are going to be talking about and keep people coming back for more.
Have been talking about for a long time, and there is a level of streaming fatigue that is just not talked about. I've covered it in other videos, so I'm not going to belabor the point here, but there's a mix of a bunch of different problems that is plaguing the streaming community, and it's all coming to head right now. I do wonder what's going to happen in the future subathons. I think FaZe has one coming up next month, and the events to precede this, but it seems like a lot of people are looking to get more grounded with their communities, get into more niche and different spaces, because doing the same things that they've been doing for the past 2 to 3 years has been deemed as burnt out. And I think a lot of people from the viewer side and honestly from the creator side are honestly tired of it. It's starting to feel more like a job and us watching a television show as opposed to, just kicking back with a dude from New York that I could relate to as a dude from Atlanta, Georgia. A dude, and I'm a dude, and we can kick back and relax. The slumber party thing. The lady already said it. But let me know what you guys think. If you think that this is a big...
Yeah. That's the video. I really think streaming is peaked. It's peaked, yo. Like the IRS streams, at least. You can still be streaming, play games and stuff like that, reaction videos like I'm doing here and stuff like that. But as far as the IRL stuff, it's tiresome. After the whole flop of the game show with DDG, the Love Show, whatever that is, that and now this is having negative. I think it's a domino effect. People are starting to get tired of everything. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But that's the video. Thank y'all for watching. More videos coming soon. We are going crazy. I think y'all hit that like button, that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, man. Subscribe. I love y'all. And I'll see y'all in the next video, man. We going crazy with the consistency. And we going to keep doing what we doing. Yeah. And I'll see y'all in the next video, man.